What are daddy issues? Do black women have the most dramatic daddy issues? I will be the one about to say yes. But that doesn't mean that we aren't as equal as any other woman here on this planet. I feel that the black woman is most neglected simply because of history. I believe that because we can't undo what is written, that builds the world's perception on black women, no matter if we are a statistic of society or if we go to school. I feel like our fathers do more damage when they don't support, the daughters. I feel like, from my experience, my dad taught me everything. And until one tragedy happens and then the whole fucking family breaks up. And what does it do? It leaves the female, to fend for herself and to learn for herself. And, she might have a harder road because she decides to have no guidance. And sometimes I feel like we don't get to choose our parents. So if our parents are a piece of shit, we have to pick up the pieces and we have to keep going. I feel like when you get older as a woman, I'm turning 30 this year, you will find that men will mention more daddy issues. And, sometimes I used to get offended when I hear men say, daddy issues. But now I understand, all you should do when you hear that is address that shit. And not saying to the person, if you hear someone say that you have daddy issues, I feel like you should go speak to somebody, counselor. If you have a health insurance, they don't mind, letting you see someone through your insurance, obviously. But for those who didn't know, that's a good tip. What's a daddy issue for me? I would say not getting over the tragedy that he put up on my family. I still love him, but I just feel like, my parents should have handled raising us a little more better and more sensitive. You got to be sensitive towards the kids because you don't know what they're truly picking up, what ways of which parent that they're picking up. Parents have to instill certain qualities in the children to make sure that they don't grow up a certain way. I know you can't hold your reins too tight. I know you can't, mother them all the way to the finish line, but I just feel like our parents being absent, mother or father, that creates issues. And even when you're there and you're not giving that pep talk, or you're not asking questions, you're not picking up the phone and calling, that can also develop distance, and that can create distance in a woman. And sometimes when a woman doesn't have a father, she will be distant with a man. And the whole purpose of, sometimes I believe, God putting the man here and the woman here is to continue to create for the future. For us to figure out our purposes. But I feel like when the parents don't do their job, they don't know that they're creating generational confusion for the women in the family. Sometimes the men get it too. When their mom's not around, they don't know how to treat girls. They don't know how to treat their future wife. They don't know how to get a wife. They don't know how to get a girlfriend. Or they don't know how to keep them because they simply have went through, an example of a parent who was supposed to be something that they weren't. And I guess as children, when we become defeated, we feel like our parents failed, and sometimes we replicate failure through what we see. So I don't think that it's a daddy issue. I think that when parents are absent, issues are created when parents are subtracted from the photo, because the mind only knows that when I'm born, I have a mother and a father, and when that doesn't happen, it's like a mental distraction, and it's like, will your life ever be whole because you never had that? Can you show your kids how to be grown-ups, how to be men, how to be women? You know, and some parents aren't teaching the children how to sustain, how to, you know, make a financial living. And that's when you can also create issues, not just daddy issues. It can be issues in people not learning how to take care of themselves, or that they've never been taught how. So can we really say that it's a daddy issue when a person simply haven't had an example of the things that they need in life? Is it really a daddy issue? Or is it just an issue that needs to be talked about, or someone needs to address, or someone needs to go speak to someone about? You know, sometimes that happens. I try, you know, lately not to hold on to the past, you know. One day I'm going to share a really good story about my past, and people are going to really love my story. It's dramatic as hell, and I'm not really ready to put it out there because it's so heartfelt, and I still want to overcome before I just tell the world what I overcame, because it was hard to do it. But I just want to say that, you know, the things that are the hardest to do, though, that is the thing you want to overcome the most. Really. Because the power that, you know, it will give you once you conquer. But yes, I wanted to touch bases on that topic, daddy issues. I would love to talk about the topic again. Because men always think that a daddy issue is about you not having a lack of a father. Sometimes it could be having a lack of a mother, or both, that could create a lack of comprehension as an adult. Period. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in to me, and hit the subscribe button, hit the follow, and yeah, I can't wait to talk about something new, and see you guys soon.